We wanted to just put something in Gillette that is unique to Gillette only, and not just unique in the region, not just unique in the area, but really try and build something that doesn't exist anywhere else.
Meadery is not a business you find in every town on every corner. It's very unique. The things that are in this building are unique and they will never ever be found anywhere else. It's not beer, it's not wine, it's a honey liquor that is fermented from the natural sugars in honey, and of course here they add flavors to it through different flowers or hops, things like that give it a unique taste.
So I guess the real inspiration behind mead is making something that nobody else makes. We use a combination of some brewing techniques, some winemaking techniques, and then some just straight up mead techniques. Most of our meads start to finish is about 4 to 6 months. We have some that are long-term, upwards of 10 years. The whole concept of Big Lost is, on the back of all of our labels, there's a little cabin, that's the Big Lost cabin, and it's a cabin out in the middle of nowhere. And that's where you can go and get Big Lost. And that's kind of where the party's going on the inside. And then all of our characters, the crazy woman, the wild man, the island gypsy, the demented grandpa, the tipsy cousin, the sweet dame, the cruel mistress, they all have a background story behind each of the products. Well, all their stories intertwine at that cabin. Come have a horn, sit by the fire, have a conversation with somebody, have a conversation with a stranger.
The bar that the mead is served from was a bar that my dad built back in the late 80s at the old fire station. And him and some volunteer firefighters at the time hand-made this bar. It's kind of cool to see it here because I think the same thing happens is guys come down and they belly up to the same bar that my dad and his friends did, and they drink mead or beer and they solve the world's problems.
We also wanted a place that the community was proud to have as their own, something that when they go outside they can point back and say, hey, this is something we have in Gillette, is Big Lost Meadery. We wanted where the community felt ownership in it, they felt pride in it, and also have something that gives back to the community. So we wanted a business where we can utilize our company power to better the community around us, whether it be Gillette, Campbell County, state of Wyoming, but stuff that we can do to use our financial and marketing power to drive other aspects of the community forward. I don't know if you've noticed this about Wyoming people, but we have a lot of pride in our state. In Gillette, we have a lot of pride in our town, and we're not afraid to tell you about it. That's very important for us. And we want people to see that pride and have a little taste of it, a little ownership of that pride when they come through. There's some beautiful places, there's some wonderful places in the world, there's fantastic cultures and food and music and people and dancing. But Gillette is my home, and that's what I'm made out of, and that's where I've always wanted to be. And so when I came back, that's where my business was going to be, that's where my career was going to be, that's where my family was going to be. And I wanted to develop this community because it truly is a part of me at this level.